right. So first of all, did you have a chance to see the email from the chamber? It was a
Yes.
letter with the ad sizes and prices and everything. That will be handy to have in front of you if you have it, or if you have it pulled up on your screen or something.
Yeah, I have it pulled up on my phone. So if I keep looking down, I'm just looking at the ad on my phone.
Yep, that'll work. So just to kind of hit the highlights on there really quick, every year the chamber comes out with their updated city street map, city and county map.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of their largest distributed publications. We're actually a new publisher for their map this time. We do the chamber directory for them. We've done that for a few years, and once their contract with their current map expired with their past publisher, they switched to us, and now they only have to deal with one publisher for both of their publications.
Okay.
So this is the current map of Bastrop. The new one will look more like what we did for the Giddings Chamber. So I'll take you through both of them so you can see the differences, but we also have a new digital platform. So when we get to that point, I'll share my screen with you so you can see how that works.
Okay.
But we'll be printing 20,000 copies of the map. In total, there's over 50 distribution points. So they'll go out to new residents and relocation packets, chamber office, city offices, visitor center, hotels, real estate offices. All of the advertisers that participate will also receive copies that you can have on hand for customers, or however you want to use them. Some people take them to trade shows and things like that. So however you feel best, you're welcome to use them.
Okay.
With the current map of Bastrop, and I just show this because this is what people have in mind already. It's kind of a traditional map. Our format's very different. So I'm showing this just so you know this is not what it's going to be.
Okay.
So this kind of traditional, it has a lot of folding. Once you get it open, a lot of people don't really know how to get it back together.
Yeah.
So it had Bastrop on one side, and on the Bastrop side, it didn't have any ads, which usually the city side is kind of what people get it for. So to me, it doesn't make sense to not have any ads over there. All of the ads were on the county side, where they had a few display ads that were larger, but really most of the ads were these listings with kind of a logo and a little description about each business. So again, this is not what we do, but what I'm learning, what people are paying or were paying for these little listings is about the same price that we charge for our starting ad size, which is more than twice the size.
Okay.
So the value definitely is there. Plus we're increasing the number that are being produced and distributed, and getting it out into the community more, which is of course a good thing.
Right.
So the new format, following this Giddings example, it's a larger fold to begin with, so there's less folding. It's a little less intimidating. And then we give each section a distinct purpose. So it makes sense as you're opening it and folding it back up as to how it works.
Okay.
So you have the back cover and inside covers, which are the big premium spaces. We have a welcome section that just highlights a little bit about Bastrop, so the chamber can update that section each time just to keep it current and relevant. And for the county map, all you do is flip this up once and you have the county map here. And then it opens one more time to the city map, which some people will even hang up on a wall and display that way. But on the city side, we list all of the advertisers here in this advertiser index with their name and phone number.
Okay.
And then with a number, we can plot everyone's exact location. We have points of interest down here. So these would be schools and parks and public buildings and whatever major point of interest around town that the chamber sees fit. We list and plot with an icon to show their location. And then the different ad sizes, so you have that letter there on your phone. This Dairy Queen ad, that would be an example of the quarter panel.
Okay.
So a lot of people look at it and they think business card. It's kind of a business card layout, but it's even compared to a business card, it's a little bit larger. So you've got some room to work with. So that's $4.98. All of the pricing covers you for the whole year. the next size would be the half panel, which is done either as a square, or you could do like 2 quarter panels side by side as a banner.
Okay.
Which nobody did that in Giddings, but that is an option we see pretty often. Just depending on ad layout, it gives some more flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then a full panel ad would be the entire fold. So the whole section is a full panel, half of it would be a half panel, and that's how we get the different ad sizes.
Okay.
Hopefully that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely helps to have the visual.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of people are like, well, can you email me something? Can you,
right.
Can we
and
just
then you never know what size it shows up on your computer, so.
Exactly.
But just to see it in reference.
So the digital part, I'm going to share my screen here. So can you see, you see the star ad? Is that what's?
Yep, I see it now.
So this is one that we recently launched with the Frisco Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
Bastrop will be set up the same way. It'll be linked from the Chamber's website, and it'll have a reference in the printed map. That way people know they can access it online. And it works the same on your phone as it does a desktop. So that's important to note, because a lot of times you pull something up on your phone and it just doesn't work the same way.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the same. So when it first opens, there's a large premium ad, and we can do up to 3 of those. So they just rotate. So each time it opens, it displays a different one.
Mm-hmm.
That premium option is $1,200. And again, all the prices cover you for the year. Then there's this button to launch map. So when we launch the map, it drops these logos onto the map at the location of each advertiser.
Mm-hmm.
And you just move the map anywhere you want to go. And as you click on each logo, it just bounces up and down and brings up all your information here at the bottom. When you click on the ad, it gets larger on the screen. There's 3 options at the bottom to either visit your website, get directions to your location, or Zoom is going to just kind of center your location on the map, or pan out to give perspective of where you're at in the city.
Okay.
Up at the top, we have 3 drop-down menus. So categories is going to be all of the advertisers by their category, and we customize the categories based on who's advertising. So as we select, just for an example, like financial, shows just the advertisers in that category. And then they're both listed up here. All locations, this is going to be all of the advertisers, and then points of interest are going to be the points of interest that were listed in the printed map.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times for newcomers to the area, for example, the schools page is pretty popular because it's important to know where the schools are.
Mm-hmm.
You get a schoolhouse, all their information, so it works the same way. And all the schools are then listed at the top here. So as you select one, it'll move the map around kind of as a virtual tour of the city. So the online portion is optional. It's $300 in addition to the print. So on the printed map, whether it's a quarter panel up to full panel, the additional $300 covers you for the online part for the whole year.
Okay.
And then the other thing that I have to share, get to the right spot, is we have what's called a mock map. So if you can imagine the printed map kind of opened up all the way,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of what you're looking at here, but it's a blank slate. So as we go, kind of see what ad spaces are available, and people can choose placement as we go.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of looks like a mess when you just look at it all spread out like this on the screen. But what I can do is with my cursor, I can show you each section, and then on the video show you on the Giddings map where that is.
Okay.
So the front cover, pretty self-explanatory. The back cover is going to be that section there, which is 3,000. The inside covers, again, is when you first open. So that would be these 2 panels here. So we have the left side open for 2,000. The welcome to Bastrop section is this here. And we have it set up to have like 2 half panels on either side, which they're premium because it's right when you first open. So those are $1,100 a piece. Then the right side of this page here is going to be the Bastrop County map, which is like this here.
Okay.
So on this side, we have 2 of the quarter panels up here at the top and 1 half panel in the corner there. Then on the city side, we have, so this is, again, once it's all the way open, we have 2 of the quarter panels, 2 half panels in the corner, and then we have these 2 premium spots that are on the actual cartography. So those 2 they just stand out a little bit more. Some people will fold the map, so all they're looking at is the map portion, so they're always being seen. So 800 and 1200 for those. The others are going to be your regular list prices, the 498 and 896. We have about a month from now to collect artwork. So any pictures, logos, content, we have a graphics department that can help with the design and layout. So most people will just email us the content, we'll put it together, send you a proof, and then go back and forth on it to make any adjustments that you need. And then the new maps will come out in November is when we have it scheduled for. So really it'll be a 2021 publication. And that also, I mean, depending on how budgets are set right now, we are offering some flexible options just because everyone's situation is a little different. We have between now and November for payment.
Okay.
So some people have even spread that out over 4 months just to make it more manageable. And sometimes that's a difference between being able to do like a quarter panel or a half panel ad is spreading that out. But the main thing we've been doing at this point is just basically reserving space, just size and placement. And then we've got a little bit of time to collect the artwork and even the payment part and work beyond that. So we're just trying to figure out who wants to be in, what size and where.
Yeah.
Fill it up as we go. Today, I think today's day 6 that I've been meeting with people and kind of a blend, doing some in person and some virtually like we're doing here.
Yeah. So I guess I have a question then.
Yes.
What if we don't have like a physical address to display? How do we show up on the map?
Yeah, so on the printed map, let's see, I'm going to get rid of the screen so you can see it.
Okay.
So on the advertiser index, there's this portion down here. It says advertisers not plotted on the map. And that could be somebody that's a home-based business, or maybe they're based outside. Maybe they're located in Austin, let's say. For whatever reason, they're not on the plotted area. So we list them here with their name, phone number, and website. So we're driving people to your website rather than a physical location. And then on the digital map, if you were wanting to do that, what I usually would suggest is choosing a higher traffic area to plot a logo at, because I can't imagine a plumbing company would have a whole lot of walk-in traffic.
Right.
People are doing their research, they're trying to get quotes and things like that. So again, we want to drive people to your website, but by having your logo placed in a higher traffic area is just going to make it more visible to drive people to your website.
And can you do that on the physical map as well if you choose to, or do you have to have like proof of address to do that?
No, we could plot it on the physical map at a higher traffic area. Yeah, I haven't had anybody ask me that before, but yeah, we could do that. Just
to get more visibility, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and sometimes it's nice for people to know that you're a local company too, instead of coming from Austin.
Right, exactly.
Else, you know?
Exactly.
So, but yeah, so that is an option that we can do.
Okay. So I guess, do we have to decide right this second?
Absolutely. No.
Okay.
No. So the main thing, I'm going to share that mock map with you again. So this kind of serves as our deadline. So it's just first come, first serve. So once it fills up,
Understood.
that's how we know we're done. I mean, a lot of people, they need to get with a spouse or a business partner or whatever it may be to kind of talk it over and figure out what the best fit is. But just with the understanding that once it's full, that's it.
Yeah.
So I
for
anticipate
sure.
sometime next week, we'll probably finish filling it up with, the few spots that we have left.
Yeah. Well, let me just think for a second. Can I see the other side of the map again?
Yep.
Okay. If we go ahead and like reserve a spot, can we do like go ahead and just take a spot and then just, I mean, assuming there's something like if we decide we want bigger or smaller, if it's available, can we change our mind later?
Yeah. So when you say reserve a spot,
I mean, like pay for a spot, and then like, okay, we talk it over and we're like, no, we'd rather have the smaller spot or the bigger spot if it's available, assuming it's not taken already. Could we switch?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, assuming that we have the space and the flexibility to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so then I guess let's go ahead and do that. Let me think here. To me, it makes sense to have one of these spots here next to the business index.
Okay.
Just to feel like eyes are going to go there often anyways if they're looking at it. So
yeah.
Maybe like that middle spot there next to the, I guess we'll do the little one for now.
Like right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that, and then I'll discuss with JD and make sure that he agrees with my marketing strategy.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
That will work. And then what I'll do is I have a letter of agreement.
Okay.
That I can fill out and email over to you.
Perfect.
So as you guys talk about it, just if everything's good, just sign it and email back to me, and that will secure the spot for you.
Okay. Perfect.
So typically I would hold a spot like that for like 24 hours without signed agreement, just to give you the time to get all the ducks in a row.
For sure. We can definitely do that. As a matter of fact, if he's not swamped this afternoon, I can get it taken care of today and send that back to you.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you're not just sitting and waiting.
That would be perfect. So now are you thinking you would want to do the online portion too, or just the
I think so. I think it makes sense just to have the presence in both places.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do one, you might as well do both, because then that way you're covered.
Yeah, but I think for the difference, the $300 for a year, I mean, to me, it seems like a no-brainer, but other people have different thoughts. So.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Then I'll get that agreement together. I'll email it over to you. And like I said, at this point, I just need a signature and email it back to me. And there will be an email address and a target date for the artwork.
Okay.
But we're trying to collect the artwork by August 21st. So you can email that to our graphics department. They'll put it together, send you a proof. We don't keep the rights to the ad. So in the end, it's an unlocked PDF that you can use.
Okay. So we're sending just like our logo and the info to them, and they design it and then send it back?
So yeah, so our graphics department, they build the majority of the ads.
Okay.
So our graphics, there is a $75 graphics fee to build the ad. But they do a great job. And like I said, we don't keep the rights to the ad. So in the end, I always say, make sure it's something you really like, because then if you wanted to use it for, a magazine or
later on,
something, digital, whatever, you have something that you can use, it's ready to go. And it's unlocked. So if you needed to alter it or whatever, you're able to do that.
That's nice.
Yeah. But I will get that together here in just a few minutes. I'll send it your way. And then if you have any questions as you guys talk about it, feel free to give me a holler.
Okay.
I'm going to be on and off these Zoom meetings throughout the day, but I'll be sure to give you a call back if I don't catch you when you call. And
okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes, I appreciate it too. And I will look forward to talking to you again soon.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.